have carbon dioxide produced by the jet engines that will be pumped into the algae savior. Through the process of photosynthesis, the carbon dioxide will be converted into oxygen that will then be channeled back into the air cabin. Over time, the algae will grow and its excess will be extracted to be converted into biofuel for the airplanes and also into a food source.
The principle behind all jet engines is to generate thrust by creating a high-speed exhaust. To do this, a series of fan blades at the front of the engine sucks in huge volumes of air. This air is then pressurized by a series of compressors before being released into the combustion chamber. In the combustion chamber, the air is mixed with fuel and ignited. The explosion of hot gases are fed via a turbine before blasting from the rear nozzle as a high-velocity jet. This jet of hot gas propels the plane forward.
The fumes generated by the jet engines will be channeled to the carbon absorber system. This system sequesters carbon dioxide and produces concentrated CO2, which will be pumped into the algae savior through this air valve. This valve controls the amount of CO2 to be dissolved in the algae solution. The algae requires CO2, water, nutrients, and light. It receives recycled water from the water sinks in the airplane, which will be mixed with nutrients for a healthy growth of the algae. Over a period of time, the algae will reproduce and multiply its mass. The excess algae will then be pumped out to a storage system, which will be sent to factories for conversion to biosynthetic fuel and as a food source.
What is it about the properties of a barely visible waterweed called spirulina? In 1974, at the United Nations World Food Conference, it was announced that spirulina is the most ideal food for mankind. But what exactly is the blue-green alga called spirulina? These cells are able to capture the energy of the sun and utilize the nutrients in their watery environment. Then, through a photosynthetic reaction, the cells produce protein, sugars, fatty acids and vitamins, as well as all the important minerals our bodies need.
National Biodiesel Board report. Today, there is an estimated 1 billion gallons of biodiesel being produced and more refineries continue to be built. The widening acceptance of this alternative fuel by larger industries in turn increases the mid-market demand. According to a recent report, Biodiesel 2020, by emerging markets, worldwide biodiesel production is expected to increase by 133% by the year 2020. This is due to a number of factors: finite fossil fuel supply, global warming, lack of supply in developing countries, social awareness, and domestic and international blending mandates.
Basically, I developed projects around the world where we can sequester CO2 and take CO2 and convert it into algae, which is a source of biomass, in order to actually reduce CO2 emissions from third-party emitters like coal plants, cement plants. And the other thing that we do is then convert that algae into an energy sources like biomass, energy, biofuel, specifically biojet fuel. I am Robert Doe. I'm the president of the Solena Group, and I'm ready to help repower America.
German airline Lufthansa says it has been reporting its environmental initiatives since 1994 and is looking to take things to the next level to be a driver of change. For example, the airline will be undertaking the largest investment program in its corporate history to advance its fleet.
We are about to spend 15 billion euros within the next years in a fleet modernization.
Later this year, the airline is also scheduled to become the world's first airline to use a biosynthetic fuel on a commercial flight.